Hey there, welcome to It's All About Relationship. I'm David Novak, and you can probably tell that we're live on video and audio today. So there it comes. All right, we're going to be recording episode number 116 today, right now, and I have a special guest. I think you can probably see his name right there. His name is John Eaden. Come on, buddy. Come on, where are you? Oh, now I don't have a microphone for you.
Oh, there we
you
are.
go.
I didn't want to say something while you were in the middle of your introduction.
Well, short introduction today. All right, so we're trying something new. We're doing It's All About Relationship, and we're doing it audio and video today. I'm not sure where we're going to be pushing this. It might be on YouTube. It might be on Facebook. Might be all over the place. So anyway, just to kind of remind you what It's All About Relationship is about, it's about helping you develop a closer relationship, primarily with the Lord, with others, and even yourself. Because if you don't think highly of yourself, how are you going to think highly of the Lord and others? So that's what we want to do. So John here is my writing partner. We've written a number of scripts together, and we have one in the hopper. Well, actually, we have one in the hopper, but we have one actually in pre-production. Kind of a magic word, isn't it? And John, what is the name of our movie that's in pre-production?
Holiday Ranch.
And what is that? Holiday Ranch. It sounds like a nice name for a movie, doesn't it?
It's a very holiday name for a holiday movie.
A holiday movie, yes. And where are we supposed to be shooting this, John?
We're supposed to be shooting this in Woodbury, Tennessee, which is about an hour outside of Nashville, Tennessee, at a lovely little ranch called Rustic Elegance.
Rustic Elegance. And I think somebody told me that you have something to do with this particular ranch in real life. Is that true?
Perhaps we might own that particular little setup there. Yep, we wrote it about we wrote it about here just in case we were actually going to produce it ourselves. I think we wanted to make it something that would be affordable for us to be able to do. So we used this as this town and the ranch as the centerpiece for the movie, and I think it's kind of a cool. I like the whole encompassing thing of the movie. I think it's kind of a cool film with a nice faith-based underline to it.
And that's how we tie it into It's All About Relationship show, because it's faith-based, right? This podcast is supposed to have to do with the Lord. So yes, the movie does have some faith-based elements, and it's a rom-com, right? It's a romantic comedy, and it's set, like John just said, it's set in the rustic elegance area of Woodbury, which is just outside of Nashville. I don't know if you said that already, and it's in a very small town, so it's got that small town hallmarkish feel to it. And John and I, we both have nice roles in the film, as well as being the writers. So that's kind of exciting, isn't it? What is your role, John?
My role is what is the name of that guy? Anyways,
I can't remember. Because, to be honest.
Well, the funny thing is it's based on a real character that actually lives in town, and he's a funny little guy named Robert, and he's just the most wonderful little man. I'm like trying to remember his name, but he's a wonderful little man that he knows everything about everything, but not really. But he'll tell you what he knows, and he comes up and down the street, and he talks to you, and he's always just pops up out of nowhere. Just pops up. This is the real guy pops up.
The real guy. Do you remember
Yeah.
your character name in this thing?
I can't remember my guy's name for
That's
me right
It's
now.
okay. I can't remember my character name is. That's horrible.
I know. Look at us. This is a good first time live on
Oh
the
my goodness.
program
Yeah,
here.
we didn't do
But,
our homework, copy.
oh, we were just not paying attention.
No, we weren't.
Is what we were
So
not doing.
John plays kind of a comic relief. Would you say that, John?
Yes.
Yes, he does.
Yes, the guy. The man is a little man who pops up everywhere, and he kind of knows everything about the town. He's grown up in the town for a very long time, which is actually what Robert was like. He's grown up here. He knows he often comes by the ranch here in real life and tells us all the stories about what has gone on um, for a very long time. So he's just kind of a funny little guy who pops up in the movie. He pops up every now and again and wants to know why the boys have bought this place and what they're planning on doing and has his own little ideas. And I think he's a funny little character. I really like him a lot as a character. I like the character a lot because I think he embodies the small town feel to everything, and that's what I really like about the character.
I can tell you because I just looked up the character breakdown.
Oh,
I'm
good
trying
for
to find
you.
your character too, but
Good.
oh, it's horrible. Oh, Wilson, Wilson,
Wilson.
Hey,
There
Wilson.
we go. Wilson. That's the guy's name. Wilson. Oh,
You know, this is really sad because John and I wrote this film.
oh,
And we wrote the whole film. Nobody helped us, and it took us months and months and months to write this film. You know, we can't remember who our characters are.
you're right.
We remember
But
the movie, the show, the plot, everything.
yeah.
But we're working on another film right this minute. That's called.
And you know, I was actually looking for this character's name in that film, and going up, you're going, wait a minute, these characters aren't even in that film. What?
Well, the name of the new film. I guess we could. Can we divulge that? I guess we.
I wouldn't divulge much about
Okay,
it.
we won't divulge much, but
Yeah, we can't divulge
But
much.
anyway,
about
so
that one.
John plays Wilson, who's a comic relief, and John is very, very good at comedy, so he will do an outstanding job. I, on the other hand, I play a guy named Damian Walker.
That sounds like a bad guy.
Yeah, and I'm the bad guy. I'm the
Yeah.
antagonist. I'm the antagonist. You know,
The name like Damien,
Damien, right? It
of
just
course.
sounds a little evil,
Yeah,
doesn't it?
evil bad guy.
Yeah, but we have some great characters in this film, and the two lead stars, the guy and the girl. We can't tell you who they are yet, but you will love them. They're a younger couple that they fall in love. Should I have said that? I don't.
But you can mention anything about this movie.
Yeah, well, I'm talking about Holiday Ranch right now.
Yeah, you
Okay,
can
right.
say anything about that movie.
So it's going to be a fun movie. It's set at Christmas time, like we said, and it's your basic Hallmark, Great American Family type of funny movie with beautiful landscapes in the back and horses, and we have a tough cowboy that's in there too, and he's kind of a kind of a yellow Spanish guy. Who's the guy?
Yeah, or like the character from oh man,
Jack Palance. That might be
Jack Palance's character.
Okay.
Yeah,
kind of like that. So
very much like that.
yeah. But
an old rough, gruff cowboy.
Yeah, rough, gruff. But one thing, John, I would always do, and we still do, and this is how I'm going to tie it into a relationship with the Lord. But we pray over everything we do. We pray at the beginning of our every time we get together and we write. We always pray, and we ask for the Lord's leading and guidance, and He definitely does that for us. John and I work together really well, I think, well, except when John's being a diva. But more often than not, we get along really well, I think. But God's blessed us, and He brought in a wonderful director, producer, Jennifer Tadlock, be commanding this ship when we get to shooting, hopefully soon here.
And that's what I think is really a really cool thing. I think the fact that we do pray every time we write together and do those kind of things, even before we started this podcast, um, we prayed. But the great thing about Jennifer is that she's, we do have that faith-based kind of thing in it. And when you're trying to sell a project like this, you're hoping that people keep, all of it intact, especially, the story or the heart of the movie. You want to make sure they keep it intact.
Right.
And Jennifer has really gone to bat for that
Mm-hmm.
script and gone to bat for keeping that whole thing intact. It has to do with vets and disabled vets, and it has to do with
Mm-hmm.
the God involved in that,
Right.
and all those spiritual aspects and all those different aspects of the film that kind of make it an interesting and fun film. And she has been, God bless her for taking that and going, yeah, we want to keep that whole story intact. And I really am just, not only was I surprised because I didn't really know Jennifer prior to this, but I was surprised about it. But I was even more, it was more exciting to me that she's like, no, we don't, and looking for money and looking for backers. And people were saying, yeah, it's got too much God stuff in it. And she was like, that's, thank you, but no thank you. And she was willing to turn that down to keep the movie intact. And I really was very excited about that.
Yeah, me too. We have this one scene in particular towards the end of the film that it's pretty lengthy, but it really shares the salvation message, not in a nice way, not an overbearing in your face, but
Mm-hmm.
this is what it is, and that's what John's referring to. I think they wanted to cut that scene almost out completely. I think. Well,
Yeah.
I think you're not getting the point. But yeah,
Well, even one of the lead characters' transformation is based on that. It's based on him reading the Bible and then of course the turnaround for one of the other major characters in the movie. So
right.
it has a lot of that goes through it that I think it was intentional. It was intentional. We wanted God to be there in this film, and we thought it was important to us. And so it was great that somebody came along that was really willing to fight for that as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So
Yeah.
now, did you want to tell everybody about our other endeavor that we're considering here?
Oh yeah, we could go ahead and tell them that if you want to.
Okay.
You
All right.
want me to, or you
Yeah,
want to?
well, I'll tell you what. I'll start about the podcast, right?
Yeah.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
talking about. Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So John and I here, we're going to be launching another podcast. We can't give you the title yet, but I've got some
Because we don't know it.
because we don't know it. But oh, here's one of them I thought of. I haven't even told you this, but two writers talking. Just a thought. Uh, Two old guys talking. I don't know. We don't have a title yet. Could be any of those. It could be something.
Two writers talking. That's kind of fun.
You like that? Could be that.
Two old guy writers fighting? No, fighting? No, not fighting.
But we're not sure what we're going to be doing, but we're going to launch that pretty soon. And we're going to be talking about all kinds of stuff,
Mm-hmm.
entertainment stuff, funny stuff. I don't know if we're going to get into political. I don't know if we want to alienate half our audience, but
I
we'll
know.
see what happens. But anyway, we're going to probably be doing that very shortly. Any thoughts on that, my friend?
I think it's kind of exciting, and I think we again want to kind of keep it God centered. Is that
Mhm.
am I right? I thought
Sure.
that's what we talked about. Sure. Oh yeah. Well, or maybe not.
No.
But yeah, I think talking about all those different subjects and I would like hoping we'll be bringing God into the mix of how all that works out together and attacking any kind of an issue. I think will be kind of fun to with a lot of humor, we hope, and fun.
Yes,
And
a lot of humor. And
yeah,
here's another thing that I hadn't told you. See, we're just hashing this out online here. You guys,
right here in front of everybody. It's like, if only you could see me from the shirt down. Which, by the way, I'm wearing my Wrangler shirt, which has all day comfort. It says so right
Oh.
on it. which so far all day I've been very comfortable in this shirt.
But that's nice. Did you get paid for saying that?
No, but I'm hoping one day there'll be a sponsor for the podcast.
Well, you just mentioned
Wrangler,
so there you
Wrangler
are.
shirts. Yeah, it's like 4 times I just mentioned them. Yeah. Wrangler.
I'm wearing a guitar shirt here. I know.
Yeah, but is it all day comfort? Does it say?
It's not.
Does it say on the tag that it's all day comfort?
It doesn't say that. It does not say that. No, anyway, when we do our podcast, we can actually do live questions and answers. We can.
Oh yeah, that would be awesome.
Yeah, so we could actually take your questions, comments, or whatever, and we could actually, bring them right into the show. And
maybe we should call it "Stump the Writers."
It wouldn't be too hard to do that. So.
I know. Yeah, just ask me any question. What's 2 times 5?
Yeah, it's too tough. So, John, other than you're freezing up there, but other than that, so anything else you want to share before we run out of here?
I just been having a great time writing with you. I can say that, but
me too.
I said it in public now. That's out there.
Oh, me too.
In the Ethernet. But it's been really a blessing, and had a great time coming up with some really. I mean, we've got like a couple more story ideas off on the side. Some really, I think, really unconventional kind of stories to write about. So I'm excited. It's almost like you start to get into a script. I don't know if anybody else, any writers out there, but you get into a script, and then especially if you've got like the basic story in line, you're going to have to do some other rewrites, but you're kind of like, okay, well, this story though is really kind of cool. And you kind of want to like veer off and start writing something else. But we have like 2 or 3 other stories that are out there, and all of them are fun. Sound like they'd be fun to write. So I'm really excited about all that to do. And I'm excited about the fact that Dave is moving to closer to me, because I live in Tennessee. And you'll be coming out closer, so that'd be kind of a good thing.
Yeah, so we can see, John and I write primarily on Zoom or FaceTime, actually.
FaceTime.
So when we do this, most of the time we're not physically together. He would want to hug me all the time, so it's
It's because this show is about relationships, and we have a relationship, but it's really hard to touch you. On the camera. Can't touch you.
Should we wrap this thing up or no?
We probably should. I don't know if we've said anything at all, but yes.
All right. Well, God bless you all. Thanks for tuning in, and we appreciate your support, and look forward to that new show that John and I are going to be doing soon. We don't know the name of it. It might be called 2 Writers Talking. It might be called 2 Old Guys Being Stupid. I don't know. Whatever it is. All right. So that's kind of what it is. God bless you all.